When I'm designing in Canvas, I like to think of my Canvas shell as a theater production. My students are the audience, and I put on the stage and I direct the production the way I want the audience to see things. So what goes out on stage as the director of the course or as the director of the production has to be what I want my audience to see at all times. In Canvas, you have to keep things simple so you don't overwhelm the audience. You don't show everything that's going on behind the scenes. A lot of the behind the scenes work and tasks and content the audience doesn't need to see. We want to just keep it discreet for the viewer. In Canvas, there are a number of items that could confuse the learner and could better be displayed in a production setting in another way. So you can keep those hidden from your learner and keep the audience more engaged. By keeping it simple and organizing things through a module view, you keep everything on the stage that only the learners need to see. So I look at the modules link like the stage itself. Anything that lands in the modules link is shown on the stage. Now, think of it as a stage with the curtains drawn. I'm still moving the players around, the set around, until I get everything set, and then I'll lift the curtain, publish the content, and the audience will be able to see everything that's going on. All these other links on the side are like the behind the scenes stuff. You prepare a lot of files in the files link, you prepare pages in the pages link, but for the most part, typically learners don't need to see it in this realm. They need to be prepared there, but then the content is brought out on the stage when it's the right time. I look at each module. Here I have this course organized by assignments, so each assignment is a module. I look at each module like a different act in the play or the production. Act 1 or assignment 1 has a number of items that will keep the learner interested for that act of the play. When that act is over, though, we draw the curtain on that act, unpublish it, and open up assignment 2, act 2 of our play, and let all of the learners enjoy these elements. Right? So when I'm building, I start with a specific act. I feel like every good play should have a good introduction, and I think just like that, every course should have a good introduction as well. So I always create a start here module that allows students to get a good overview for the course. Once that is done, however, you can publish it. Once students have already seen it and you move into week 2, you can unpublish it. And so learners don't get confused about, oh, is this where I start every week? Is this how I start each new unit? Once they get through with that module, go ahead and unpublish it and then move into assignment 1. Now, if we're in act 1 of our play, we're going to move all of the elements. We're going to prepare them backstage in maybe the quiz section, right? We're going to prepare a quiz backstage, but then we're going to bring it out onto the stage and get it in place. Once it's in place, go ahead and publish it. Get your assignments ready for the culmination of the act. Once it's in place and where you want it, you can move it up and down, of course. You get it where you want it and then publish it. When everything, all of the elements that's going to make this act a showstopper are in place and where you want them and how you want them, go ahead and publish it. I look at publishing a specific act as raising the curtain and beginning that act, right? When the act is done, go ahead and unpublish that act, shut it down, and move on to the next act. Publish it when all the players are in their proper position and ready. Go ahead and click to publish. Never fall into the trap of giving your audience a view of what's going on backstage. Notice how I don't even have the syllabus link engaged for students to see. I feel that the syllabus should be presented within a specific act, within the context in which students will see it and understand it, and within the flow of the course. You're the director, you control what comes out on stage. And when you give students glimpses of these other links, it's kind of like taking them backstage and saying, this is how we do the magic, right? And not only that, when you take them to these links that are not embedded within the context of the production itself, what's out on the stage, students can get very confused. When do I do reading 2? When do I do reading 1? Activity is up here. When does that happen? Keep it discreet by only showing off what needs to be out on the stage at any one time within the context of the overall flow of the course. This will keep learners engaged, excited. It will help you display only what you want learners to understand and not things that maybe apply to a different semester. And it will pull your learners through the course as they open each and every act of your scholastic play. Keep academics fun by revealing not too much. From time to time, make sure you use one of the greatest settings of Canvas. Come to the settings and click on what your audience member sees. Click on Student View so you can make sure what my students are seeing is what I want them to see. I just want them to see announcements, modules, the main stage of our theater, and their grades. What else is there for them to see? I don't need them to see anything else. So there you have it. You're the director. As long as you control the flow of what comes out on stage for your audience to see, you keep it interesting and engaging, your learners will scream for more, and you'll have another showstopper on your hands. You might even get a Canvas Tony Award. Do they have those?